Four sides of the ring. Four sides of the ring. Everybody out here got an opinion. Your ego shall die in the ring. If the debate's getting heated, we heating. You know it's been fire in the ring. We them guys in the ring. Leave with your pride in the sling. Four sides of the ring. Four sides of the ring. Everybody out here got an opinion. Your ego shall die in the ring. If the debate's getting heated, we heating. You know it's been fire in the ring. We them guys in the ring. Leave with your pride in the sling. Four sides of the ring.
It's your boy. It's Mouthing Off with Mike, and it's not who you would think is starting off in episodes of Four Sides of the Ring, but I am official side of the ring, and tonight we're running a skeleton crew. We got a late night. It came in late night injury report here. Markus is out here with the bubble guts. Chano has Nick's fever. And Nitram's got a bad case of the 9 to 5. So they're day to day. We have double or nothing. So I'm anticipating all three of these guys here to be cleared off the injured reserve list. But the man who seems to be immune to the injury report, thankfully, is a man who likes to have you mark your calendars. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, my co-guest here tonight, the other side of the ring, my main man, Taino. What's going on, good brother?
What up, Mike? What's going on? Hell of a introduction to start the show. Hey, look, we're no longer skeleton crew, bro. We are the crew. We're the new addition to this podcast, and we just fully took over. That's it. These guys are out. We took over. We'll be here next week, the week after, whether they're here or not. We got a show to do, baby. There's a lot to talk about. Come on, man.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. The show must go on. And ladies and gentlemen, you heard me say in the intro, you heard it last week on the show. Taino, Chano, they're hosting myself, the founder, Markus. Of course, the one that makes you say, damn, or in, Chano's case, fuck, hits him, Nitram. And of course, we're going to have a good time. We've got Double or Nothing. We're meeting up with our good brothers, Rick 8-Bit, who's in the building tonight. Shout out to him. Oh, hell yeah. And Booking Like a Mark, who you'll probably see later on tonight. The others have a case of the orange and blue flu. Yeah, no, 100%. Let's go Knicks. Knicks in 6. What a game one. But we're here to talk wrestling. And before we even get to the wrestling, we do have to do what we always do, Tano. And where's Ant? So Anthony, you can see the Zombie King Jr. flow here. He's going to be over here at Rise of the Titans. He's going to be at the 100th event for Titan Championship Wrestling over there in Toms River, New Jersey against Pedro Pablo. Pedro Pablo, look at that guy. He thinks he's cool with his stripes and his animal print. And who's that nerd behind him?
Yeah, that's somebody who obviously doesn't really know how to dress well. He definitely found that at like a TJ Maxx, put that together. He was like, you know what? I'm a wrestling manager. We're gonna go out there and win. Little does he know, Zombie King is going in there with a master plan, and his boy's gonna get his ass kicked. I mean, it's just that simple.
And shout out to the Zombie King, new champ, won the championship last week, ECPW. Shout out to the Zombie King, Junior Flow. Listen, you see that face right there? You see that hair? As the kids say these days, you just got mogged, baby. Zombie King is looks maxing hard as fuck on this dude. He's trying mad hard, Pedro Pablo, trying to mog. Nah. Look at that jawline on Junior Flow. He's gonna try to lock him up there for a headlock. He's gonna cut his arm open. His bicep meat is gonna be hanging out of the ring, and I'm gonna be hooting and hollering from the crowd because Four Sides of the Ring's got to be there. You can see them at Legends of Wrestling Sunday, June 7th, featuring over 30 wrestlers, 3 to 7 p.m. City Field. This is the one you wanted, Taino. Last week, you said, I'd love AEW to have an event at City Field. Well,
they heard me. They heard me.
He'll be there. Goldberg's going to be there. Mr. Kennedy will be there. Scott Steiner, Bret the Hitman Hart, Ric Flair, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
That's fun.
I don't know who that else is there, too. I don't know who that is. And then, of course, you got him here. He's going to be over here Saturday, June 27th, Winner's Circle in Flushing, right by you, Taino, right by you, brother. And he's going to be taking on Chris Rex and Jeff Skywalker. What, Luke Skywalker's bastard son? What are we doing here? We're Zombie King stomping these two fools out Saturday, June 27th. And that's where you can find the Zombie King, and make sure you go follow him on social media.
You may catch me there at that show in Flushing, June 27th. I've been seeing that card. Flushing isn't too far away. Same with this Legends of Wrestling thing. That looks really freaking fun in Citi Field on a Sunday. I could put that day in. I could request it now, a month away.
It could be a move. Fun. It seems fun. Listen, May 23rd, I'm excited. Saturday night, Toms River, New Jersey. We're going to Jersey. I got to smell the state of New Jersey for the first time in over 6 years. I'm not looking forward to smelling the smelly smells.
Rainy and musty.
I'm not ready for the musty-ass East Coast weather. Much love. We're not prepared here tonight, and I'm going to shine this one up because I thought this was great. Mark, there he is. Say his name and he appears. This is like the NWO taking over WCW 30 years ago. These guys slowly infiltrated the company and they're in charge now. Who's the third man? I mean, listen, in 2026, the third man could be a third woman. You don't know. We might pull out. Mrs. MOWM might come up in here, kick the door down, and say, you know what? This show's been missing is a female perspective. You never know.
That's very true.
How many of these guys actually wrestle? Yeah, exactly. That poster screams card subject to change. Hey, look, all right.
For the most part, I'm sure we're there maybe for, maybe some entrances, just for the shits and giggles, man. At the end of the day, those are legends.
Exactly. You go pay $150 if you're lucky. Maybe Ric Flair's a little drunk and maybe all it takes is a cocktail and slip him a quick hundo and he'll take a picture with you, maybe give you a chop on the chest. But Taino, today is May 21st and 2026. So you know what? I think, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time for us to mark our calendars. Taino, I want you to go ahead and take it away here for the people.
All right, y'all. So we're going to mark our calendars once again. It's May 21st. If you guys aren't familiar with this segment of the show, it's called Marking the Calendars. And this is basically where we dig through wrestling history like Vince McMahon digs through the NDAs. Every episode, we're going to go back in time and ask, who approved this? Who got concussed during this? And most importantly, why did wrestling fans accept this nonsense immediately? Today, we're going to stop the clock back at May 21st, a date that gave us a biker zombie, a man wrestling with his legs spiritually detached from his body, and a WWE title win so shocking, Chicago looked like the entire city was put on airplane mode. So let's tighten up those knee pads, hide them quad muscles, and if you hear Kid Rock playing in the distance, you should probably run. Run like your name is Barry Allen, and you just realize you broke that timeline again, because our first stop is going to take us back to WWF Judgment Day, Y2K, where Triple H and The Rock have apparently agreed to spend the next hour trying to end each other's bloodline, which sounds super dope until you realize that means you're watching two insanely sweaty men aggressively breathe on each other for an entire hour, by the way. I sat there and watched it. Triple H at this time looked like he was built in a freaking government lab. Triple H was a complete monster. The Rock, he was reaching levels of charisma that honestly should have been illegal. Much to my surprise, Shawn Michaels was refereeing that match, and he was refereeing like his rent depended on facial expressions, and it was amazing to watch. Everything's going great. Then suddenly, the lights go out. Now, if you're a wrestling fan, especially in the year 2000, your brain immediately goes, shit, that's The Undertaker. Everybody's waiting for the bells, the smoke, the darkness, but instead, we get Kid Rock. Starts playing in the entire arena. Instantly, the arena just smells like cigarettes and bad decisions. And Undertaker rolls out on a Harley looking like he definitely starts Facebook arguments at 2 a.m. Bro, this man went from supernatural demon wizard to regional manager at a Dodge dealership. Bandana, leather, shades. He looked like he definitely says, women can't handle real men anymore. And the craziest part of it, we all accepted it. Instantly, no questions asked. That's how over the Undertaker was. This man could have came back dressed as a UPS driver, And fans would have been like, nah, this is low-key fire. And honestly, the American Badass gimmick only works in wrestling because nowhere else can somebody go, you know what would improve this undead mortician character? Some Limp Bizkit energy. Because nowhere else could that happen. Undertaker just starts beating the shit out of everybody. Freaking Vince, Shane, probably a Make-A-Wish kid by accident, just pure chaos. In peak wrestling stupidity, he accidentally helps Triple H retain the title. Now, just imagine you're wrestling for an entire hour just for a biker wizard to ruin your life at the buzzer. That's wrestling, y'all. Nothing matters. The rules are bent, and everybody's wearing leather in July. Now, speaking of Triple H, May 21st apparently decided, you know what? Let's test how much pain a human being can survive before God steps in. Because now we're going to move over to 2001. We got Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H, the two-man power trip, which honestly to me sounds less like a wrestling tag team and more like two dudes that definitely got kicked out of a Buffalo Wild Wings. They're going against Jericho and Benoit on Raw, which is probably one of the greatest TV matches ever. The energy was insane throughout the whole show. Crowds losing their minds, the signs everywhere. Everybody in the front row looked like they sold Lucy's in front of the bodega. Hey, Mike, you'll be seeing that soon. Then boom, Triple H out of nowhere tears his quad clean off the bone. And when I say he tears it, y'all, I don't mean like it looks like he may have hurt something. Nah, he tore his shit straight off. Like straight off. His leg basically sent a 2-week notice to the rest of his body. Now, a normal human being would collapse immediately, but not Triple H. This psychopath keeps on wrestling, and wrestling culture is so insane that nobody stopped him. No doctors, no trainers. Everybody backstage probably like, could he still deliver a pedigree or not? Bro's leg was hanging on emotionally, but somehow it gets more ridiculous. Jericho locks in the walls of Jericho on top of the announce table. At that point, I'm sure Triple H probably started hearing Undertaker's old theme music. Then comes the finish. Hunter grabs that sledgehammer to save Austin, swings through pure pain and adrenaline, misses, and absolutely folds Stone Cold. I mean, absolutely folds him. In my opinion, one of the funniest things the WWE has ever produced. Imagine your boy tears every muscle in his leg trying to save you, and he accidentally gives you CTE instead. Jericho gets the pin, the crowd explodes. Triple H somehow walks out by himself. That wasn't toughness. That was 2001 masculinity. That's a different era. Nowadays, I'm pretty sure if someone was to tweak an ankle, they'll probably go on Twitter just to say, I appreciate the support. But now, we're going to run over to 2017. Chicago Backlash. And listen, we're all wrestling fans. We know how passionate that Chicago crowd is. Those people don't just watch wrestling. They evaluate it. You can put on a 5-star classic and you'll probably have somebody on row 7 talking about, all right, let's not get carried away. That city doesn't necessarily pop. That city performs quality control. But on to the main event of that night up. We got Randy Orton defending the WWE title against Jinder Mahal. The crowd reacts exactly how you would expect. Like the WWE announced DJ Khaled just won the IC title. Because before this push, Jinder Mahal, from my recollection, only remembered him from 3MB. And 3MB looked less like wrestlers and more like a band that opened up for Machine Gun Kelly at county fairs. Nobody thought he was winning. I don't care how much of a wrestling mark he was. Nobody thought he was winning. Much to his credit, Jinder did come back looking insane. Veins were everywhere. He was freaking built like a Mortal Kombat character. His fucking neck was like wider than a Samsung TV. It was honestly a transformation that was so dramatic. People probably were looking at that wellness policy like, all right, man. But Orton's controlling the match, crowds into it. He hits the draping DDT on the Singh brothers. Chicago's rocking. Then out of nowhere, Callis. 1, 2, 3. Jinder Mahal is WWE champion. And honestly, forget the match. The greatest part is watching the crowd realize what just happened. Because the WWE started cutting to random fans in the crowd. Everyone looked traumatized, man. Mouths were open, eyes were frozen. People looked like the United Airlines just canceled their flight back home. One dude, swear to God, looked like he forgot where he parked his car. Nobody could process it. And honestly, that's wrestling at its best. Because where else do we have another business where you get an undead mortician character where he becomes a biker? It's insane. Sometimes you could see someone wrestle on one leg just because testosterone was stronger than healthcare. And sometimes you could also see the former lead singer of the Great Value Nickelback win the WWE title, while Chicago just collectively loses their minds. Those are three different eras, three completely unhinged moments, all happening on the same day. That's why we're going to keep marking our calendar. Thank you, Mike.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. What a time to be alive. Listen, Jinder Mahal, when Jinder Mahal won that title, I damn near threw my TV out of the fucking window. I was pissed. The boys are hooting and hollering. Love that debut of the Biker Dead Man. Taino's cooking tonight. And let's see. 01 masculinity, different. Facts. Was it toxic? Maybe a little bit, but
maybe a little. I tell you what though, like watching that. So I've always, us being fans, you scroll through Twitter, whatever, and you kind of maybe see a clip, and usually the clip is kind of like, they don't show what happened. I was able to see old footage of what happened, and I maybe next week we'll show some of the footage. I will bring it up to Markus. There's images with his leg, bro. It looked insane, and he's wrestling for like another 30 minutes. It was gruesome. Like if you guys aren't really into that, any wrestling fans on here, maybe don't watch it if that's not really your cup of tea. But if you into if you have a capable stomach, it's worth a watch.
Listen, Mr. Kid Zero, Jinder winning was such a shock that generally makes him not the worst WWE champion of all time. We'll have to save that for a later episode. Maybe we'll do maybe we'll reach into the bag of tricks and do a Bollywood movie poster for that one. I don't know any good Bollywood movies. And anyway, I don't know. Yeah, we'll go with that. Life of Pi, Life of Jinder works for me. Zach Gowen, shout out Zach Gowen. Chainsaw Chuck said, "Boo! All right, boo! Go boo yourself." What are you, a ghost? Rick 8-Bit asked a genuine question, and this is actually how I wanted to start tonight's show because, ladies and gentlemen, it's our show. I'm running the point. Tam's running the 2-man. He's got the 2 behind me. He's on that Ray Allen shit.
Hey, I'm running the 2 like Ray Allen, baby. Let's do it.
Nixon 6. Can I ask you, gents, is it me or everyone else forget Saturday night's main event is Saturday? And that's a good question. I was going to ask the people, did you forget it was Saturday night's main event? Because I did. Did you?
Honestly, I was reminded during Monday Night Raw, but before that, I was like, holy shit, I didn't know that was this weekend. But yeah, no, wasn't aware.
Listen, all I know is we're getting Sol Ruka versus Becky Lynch, which was for the Intercontinental Women's title, which is no longer for the women's title. And I believe we're getting Jade, the Baddies, Michin, and B-Fab versus Rhea, Charlotte, and Alexa. Those are the only 2 matches that I'm aware of at Saturday night's main event. As Bookie Like a Mark, at Saturday night's mid-card. Clash is looking so good, I totally forgot about it.
Clash does look amazing. Clash, they've been doing really great on with Clash in Italy. I believe for Saturday main event, is it Becky versus Sol?
Yeah,
I believe that's also.
Who did I say?
So you said Becky versus Sol.
Yeah,
I just wanted to touch on that first because I don't know if I'm kind of bugging out or some type of Mandela effect, but wasn't that matchup supposed to be for the title and now it's a non-title match?
Correct. It was supposed to be for the title. It is no longer for the title. There actually is this. You know what? What's crazy is there's actually somewhat decent amount of there's some decent matches here on this card. So we're gonna just touch on it real briefly here. We're gonna do some margarita matches here for Saturday night's main event because to be honest with you, Double or Nothing and those matches, I don't think there's a margarita match on that main card. Nope. So we've got Penta defending the Intercontinental Championship against Ethan Page. Taino, margarita match or not?
Definitely not. I'm a big fan of Penta and Ethan. I actually would love to see Ethan win, but I think it may be a tad bit too soon. I believe this would be Penta's first major televised title defense, so to me it would kind of make sense for him to win, keep that momentum on him. He's a great IC champion, and maybe it'll build something for Ethan. Maybe this will be Penta's first kind of real rivalry for that title. So I'm more interested in how that builds. I think that's more the start of something long term.
Okay. I'm not opposed to that. Yeah, not a margarita match, but I mean, Penta has defended that IC title on the big stage at WrestleMania in a ladder match. He's defended it on Raw a couple times. So I get what you're trying to say here. He's on syndicated television. He's going to be on Peacock. He's on the NBC byproduct. So that's pretty cool. And then you have the Raw tag team titles being defended by the Vision, Theory, and Logan Paul against the Street Profits. Margarita match or not?
I want to say yes, but I'm going to say no. I'm going to stick with no, only because I want to see if we finally get a breakup between the Street Profits. It looks like there's been some friction for the last couple of years. You've been hearing about it. I think we all want to see Montez hit that solo run, and maybe again the start to something finishing, at least with this one. So not a margarita match for me. And also, just real quick, I am a fan of the Street Profits, man. So if they were to break up, I'd be a little sad. They're a fun tag team. But I'm interested in that matchup for sure.
Fair enough. So to development here, looking at the WWE website for Saturday Night's Main Event, Sol Ruca, Becky Lynch no longer listed as a match on Saturday Night's Main Event.
Oh,
it's those matches, and now instead we have the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships defended by Paige and Brie Bella versus the Irresistible Forces, as well as Rhea, Charlotte, Alexa, Jade, Michin, and B-Fab in 6-woman tag team action. Either two of those matches, are they margarita matches for you?
Definitely, unfortunately for me, I will say that Paige, the tag team matchup is a margarita matchup for me. I don't really see anything. Maybe Nia and Lash win. Maybe they retain. There's no real interest to me, especially no disrespect to the women. I know they work their ass off, but there's no real intrigue to me in the women's tag division at the moment. So,
margarita match. Agreed. So that's Saturday Night's Main Event, kind of in a nutshell. There is some good on it. WWE has 4 matches, at least formally announced. Maybe they're going to throw that Becky and Soul match. And I guess my prediction's coming true, Taino. Let's see. We did Backlash. We had 5 matches at Backlash. We have 4 matches at Saturday Night's Main Event, which gives us 9 matches in total. And then we have Clash in Italy, which is probably going to be 5 matches. So Double or Nothing right now is 8 on the main card plus 3 plus 4 on the buy-in. So the numbers don't lie, ladies and gentlemen. There's going to be a lot of wrestling this month. May is absolutely stacked. You gents are being polite. That PLE is a bucket of margaritas, and call me in the morning. Now, Rick, I disagree with that. I do disagree with that. I don't think Penta and Ethan Page is a margarita match. And I don't think the Raw tag titles are a margarita match. The only reason why I think so is this is the first time in months the Street Profits have been in a position on some sort of special WWE event. I don't remember the last time they wrestled on a PLE. So thank God for that. You could twist my arm and you could make me agree that Jade and the 6-woman match is a margarita match. Sure. But it's got a big star. It's got 3, well, technically 4 if you want to get crazy here. It's got 4 big stars, 4 big women's wrestlers: Jade, Rhea, Charlotte, Alexa in that match. Star power doesn't lie for me.
Honestly, I will say, although that is a margarita match for me, I am eager to see, I guess, the reaction to that matchup. I feel like most people are going to kind of hate on it regardless, or have their opinion, not necessarily hate on it, have their opinion on it regardless. My thing is, I would love to see Jade grow more in the ring. She passes the eye test. She's an amazing look, great physique, all that stuff. Just needs to fine tune it a little bit. So hopefully this matchup, we see some improvement and we could kind of move on from there.
Everybody's dogging this. Officially 5 matches for Saturday Night's Main Event and 9 for Double or Nothing. 5. Oh yeah, you're right. 9 matches. So Sol and Becky's not listed on the WWE website, Mark. That's the only reason why I'm saying I don't know what's going on with that match. If you go to the WWE website, you go to Saturday Night's Main Event and you go to the preview. The preview match is Women's Tag Team Championship, Rhea versus Jade in the 6-woman, Vision Profits, Penta, Ethan Page. There's no record of Soul and Becky being on this show. So I have no idea what's going on with that. Maybe they made it too early, whatever the case may be. I thought that was established on Raw this past week. I have no idea what's going on with that. What I do know is on Monday Night Raw, Brock Lesnar unretired and attacked Obafemi. So to be honest with you, just take this away, Taino, and then the comments, and then I'll kind of.
So first off,
mouth off.
Reaction, right? I think the wrestling world just was in complete shock. Like watching it, Oba's out there, it's kind of silhouette. You see the long hair flipping in the back. It's freaking Brock Lesnar, and he's just whipping Oba's ass. And bro, I popped, Mike. I popped. I was hyped. I was so excited that Brock is back. Like honestly, I was a little upset that he retired, especially that he retired the way he did. Of course, Brock is over like Rover, no matter what. But for him to retire on an L, kind of crying, gloves in the ring, I'm like, fuck, man. That's kind of, I get it. Oba's the new Brock, but fuck, that sucks. But I'm excited, man. I think obviously there was money on the table, which is why he's still there. I personally think that was the play all along. I think the WWE, the people who needed to know, Paul Heyman, Triple H, whoever else is in charge, I think the major players knew that this was the play all along. You do something like that at Mania, you get the world buzzing, the world is talking. That was one of the things that everyone was talking about coming out of that event. So I'm not mad at it at all. Maybe now we get something with Gunther, how we've all been saying. So I'm not mad at it. I'm eager to hear what you think.
They announced it on Raw. It's currently listed on Wikipedia. I did double check that, Mark. You're right. So Soul and Becky, I guess, is happening. Whatever. Brock Lesnar. This is a complicated situation for me. Okay, so all things aside, and I'm gonna try to. I mean, you said some crazy shit in Mark in the calendar earlier today. So I mean, we might as well just tackle this here tonight. All things aside, we know Brock Lesnar's got stink on him. Like, there's no, listen, whatever. Call it what it is. We got to acknowledge the elephant in the room. Open the door, let that sink in. Unfortunate for the reality of the situation. Once you get that stink on you, it's hard to get that stink off. It's like getting sprayed by a skunk and having to take a tomato fucking bath, right? You're taking 18 tomato soup baths, all right? Here's the problem. Brock Lesnar is so world-renowned and loved from the sports combat world that as a living legend, as a freak athlete, as a poster child for, I don't have to be in a box. I can be a world-class actual amateur wrestler. I can be a football player. I can be a WWE wrestler champion. I can be a UFC heavyweight champion, and I can do it all, over the course of 20 years. Yeah. So like, that's incredible. At the same time, they handled that so well. And Nitram says it here, Brock was handled well. Brock was handled beautifully.
Yeah.
You could not have asked for a better, perfect send-off. He does what all veterans in wrestling say has to be done for the changing of the guards. He goes out there, he makes the new kid look like $1 million. He puts him over 1, 2, 3, shoulders on the mat, middle of the ring, the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. He gets a standing ovation, a thank you Lesnar, a crying Paul Heyman, and he rides off into the sunset at the peak. That's it. It's done. It's storybook. I understand SummerSlam's in Minnesota. Money talks, bullshit walks. I'm sure from all those talents that took those 50% pay cuts and the talent that were released and all that money WWE saved, I'm sure that went into Brock Lesnar's pocket to pay for the summer retirement tour so they can milk those ticket sales, because that's a box office attraction for SummerSlam. That's a selling point. The hometown hero, Brock Lesnar, is coming back to Minnesota one last time for one last match, and he's going to retire if he can't beat Obafemi, Gunther, whoever. Wow. I think I've encapsulated my feelings about this, because at this point, I could go another 30 on it. I don't think you could have asked for a better retirement. Dare I say, Lesnar's retirement might have been better than the Cena retirement. And we did how many months of that? A year of that. And it was a one-match retirement. Lesnar's done. He's hanging up the boots, and we're out. That's it. And I don't know. We come back. He's gonna beat Obafemi at Clash in Italy, and then what happens? We do the rubber match in SummerSlam. Like that's a Triple H trope. That's a Triple H trope.
So I will say this. I'm not mad at it too much. I think if they play their cards right, you could drag out Brock Lesnar maybe till the next WrestleMania. Maybe we don't have him retire at this SummerSlam. The reason why I say that, when he came back, it reminded me of two particular wrestlers. One, it reminded me of the Mark Henry retirement with the salmon suit. Though it was handled a little bit differently, a bigger gap between the return and all that, but it reminded me of that, and it reminded me of Henry's second run, basically, when he fake retired. And it also reminded me of Terry Funk. Now, I know that may be an odd name to bring up, past tense, not so relevant, whatever the case is, but Terry Funk retired maybe 30 times before 1994. That's wrestling.
30-year retirement tour.
Like literally, and we don't necessarily remember him for that unless you're a mark, maybe such as myself. But it's necessary on how they handle it. I do agree with some of what you did say though, Mike. It does suck that a lot of talent had to take time, a pay cut, potentially for that Brock contract to boost up them ticket sales. Because as you said, man, you hit a lot of nails on the head. He's an attraction. He's a bigger attraction than I can't think of a name right now, but it's Brock Lesnar. But my thing is, I think
Brock Lesnar year contract probably running you close to 10 mil, 8 mil.
They'll make it back.
Yeah, and they will. There's, oh my goodness, wow, yeah. Brock said, "Damn, I want to go to Italy for free." Hey, listen, I want to go to Italy for free too. I want bring me to the motherland. I'll let Brock Lesnar just fucking suplex me 18 times, baby. Whatever. At least I get to go to Italy. It felt organic. Everything now will be forced. Yeah. Cena's retirement was ass. Mark with some great insight here. To use the same technique as a skilled magician with the real retirements of Cena and AJ Styles, we're willing to believe the story. Brock Lesnar ending his career at WrestleMania. Thus, in turn, him coming back a month later surprises the world. And he ripped his pants again.
And hey, look, and just real quick, at the end of the day, although I feel that as wrestling fans, as sports fans, MMA fans, we're kind of programmed like, when someone takes off the gloves and leaves it in the center of the ring, they're retired. We're kind of programmed to believe that. Brock Lesnar didn't necessarily say he retired. You know what I'm saying? And that was kind of my thing with AJ Styles at the time. And obviously I was wrong with AJ. But seems like with Brock, it is a little different. That's my honest take on it. Is just how Mark said, they played it like a magician. It was AJ, Cena. Okay, cool. It's going to be Brock. He puts the gloves in the middle of the ring. Boom. That's MMA shit. He's retired. He's an ex-MMA fighter. The tradition. You had DC ringside there at Mania, who's a legend in the MMA world. So, it painted the picture so well. But again, I do think maybe not necessarily Paul Heyman, because you just reminded me, Paul Heyman was in the ring crying. I think maybe the major players knew that this was all a play for Brock. I think Brock, obviously, those tears were real. The emotions were high. You know what I'm saying? But I think Triple H, Khan, whoever, again, major players, I think they all knew he'd be back a month away, because who could you really have against Oba? The open challenges were going to get stale. I feel that they were already getting stale. And you do need something to keep Oba hot. You don't want him to cool off and the crowd kind of, how Mark said, feeling forced. Seeing him every week with squash matches really, at least for me, doesn't work for me.
Doesn't move the needle.
Doesn't move
interesting. Interesting. As you all know, Four Sides of the Ring, we do have a segment on the show. It's been gone for some time. Move the needle. We'll talk a little bit more about Obafemi, Brock Lesnar here in a minute. Let's catch this first ad break of the evening, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, my fellow bad guys? Just when you thought we were down bad, Brandy's here to pick us right back up. Thanks to our partnership with SeatGeek, we got good seats and great prices. New users can score a fantastic $20 off their final ticket purchase by using the exclusive promo code 4SIDESOTR at checkout for any event. That's 4SIDESOTR. Tell them the bad guy sent you.
Tell him the bad guy sent you. Just tell him that he sends you anywhere. You know, he sent me to Washington Heights to the Dominicans to get my hair done once again. But this time, after 3 times, they're more forthcoming with me. They've shared more personal information about their lives.
Hey.
I met the Tias and Tios. Like we're chilling now. I'm in.
When you're at a Dominican barbershop, you know you're in once they hand you a Corona. When they hand you a Corona or a Heineken, Mike, you are in, bro. You're gonna be sitting on the chair with the thing on, and you're gonna be like, really? You're like, hey, papi, take it. You're like, all right, cool.
Hey, that's it. That's what we're talking about. Listen, I'm excited, man. It's been a long time since I have went back and renewed my East Coast card. We have Double or Nothing, Queens, New York, beautiful. It's going to be a great time. Let's finish up this Brock Lesnar Obafemi conversation. SummerSlam is Brock's show, though. It is. And apropos here that your color for your M is in purple because it's in Minnesota. Saudi wants Brock for Mania probably and wrote him a check probably, but the Saudi have the money anymore. Let's be real here. They lost Live Golf, the biggest competitor to the PGA. So in a few years from now, people watching Happy Gilmore 2 are going to be really fucking confused what they were talking about in that movie. So that's an interesting thing. The only reason I don't like this is because they needed more OBA open challenges to establish the real dominance, but we got like 2 LOL. This is all for Unreal Season 4. It's probably all for Unreal Season 4. I'm probably getting worked. I'm working myself into a shoot that works. That's a shoot at the same time. So it doesn't matter anymore, right? Chano's gracefully said it on the show. WWE has turned from a wrestling show or a sports entertainment show to a show about wrestling and a show about sports entertainment.
Yep.
That's what it comes down to. But ladies and gentlemen, we have seen some interesting news coming along the sides and rumors and rumbles. And this is for the one that makes you say, damn, tonight he's making me say, fuck. Nitram brought up an interesting point in our 4 sides of the ring conversations this week. A lot of talk about WWE wanting to reconstruct the tag team division. Rumors that Enzo Amore, yes, ladies and gentlemen, that Enzo Amore, and rumors swirling that Big Cass's contract expires at the end of this month. Taino, what are your thoughts on WWE possibly getting it out there in the media, or maybe this is a Dave Meltzer nothing fluff report, but rumors and innuendo are always a thing. What are your thoughts on WWE saying, let's rebuild the tag division?
I find it strange because I don't want you to talk about it. I want you to be about it. Everything that we've been seeing on television, everything we've been seeing storyline, not necessarily the matches, because we all know what those men and women could do in the ring, but everything has been lackluster. I believe I mentioned it a week or 2 ago about WrestleMania not really having any tag matches or title defenses on that card. It's Enzo and Cass could work. They're still relevant. They're not that far off from when they were on WWE television, especially with Big Cass being on AEW, especially with Enzo being who he is on the indie scene. I think it could work way better than it worked with Motor City Machine Gun per se. However, you can't bring those guys in if they have no one to go up against. MFT, I mean, I really can't think of any. The Miz and Kit Wilson, like it would be fun. Certain matches would be fun, sure. But when I do, like, I don't mean to go on a little rant or tangent, so please forgive me. But when I watch back this old wrestling that I watch sometimes, and I sometimes watch the full card and I see an old tag match, the crowd was freaking into it, man. Like, whether if it was in 99 and there wasn't a lot of cell phones or if it was in 2019, They were into the match. They were into it. Now the crowd is on their hands. They only get up for the entrance and the ending of the match, or if it's like one major move off the top rope. Stop talking about it. Be about it. I'll be hypocritical if I was to tell you I'm a big tag team guy. I don't really care much for it. However, I do want to see the tag division thrive, because to me, when the tag division is thriving, the rest of the card could thrive as well. And historically, you have the mid-card guys, the main guys, and the tag guys who float, in my opinion, in between the mid-card and the main card, because their tag is two major players. Mm-hmm. So again, third time saying it, stop talking about it, WWE, and be about it. If you get Big Cass and Enzo, reconstruct that tag division, make some better storylines, get me invested. You got 3 hours on SmackDown. Show me some good shit. If you go back to 2 hours, that's fine. Show me some good shit. That's all we ask for.
That's it. Period at the end of the sentence, man. I think it's an interesting dichotomy taking place right now in WWE and TKO, because, obviously we can only speculate and we can only see what we know and read and what, is fed to these journalists and reporters. I genuinely feel like there's just this power struggle. Maybe not even a power struggle is the right word for it, but just this general, they're butting heads, I think, because you let a decorated tag team like the New Day walk away. The New Day is a huge selling point in WWE. Think about this, right? Kofi Kingston, one of the most loved WWE wrestlers, a wrestler in the industry, period, by the fans, by the wrestlers, by the talent, everybody loves Kofi Kingston. Xavier Woods, everybody loves Xavier Woods. Here's the kicker. Xavier Woods does so much for the video games, does so much for the marketing on that side. He's in the games. He does this. He does that. He's got his hand in a lot of these different cookie jars. He's got up, down, down. He's got left, right with Tyler Breeze. Like, we have so many things going on that's attached to them that they've decided, you know what? Forget it. We can't, for whatever reason, they're making too much money in our book, even though all of the things they do outside of the company and the things they're involved in generate us just as much income as, let's just say, their contract. So even at the case of, let's just say, they're breaking even on the contract, that's a pretty good deal to have two guys that are loyal, have been loyal, have been there, and have been a cornerstone for a decade and a half. Motor City Machine Guns, one of the greatest tag teams of all time. Corey Graves famously says, your favorite tag team.
Yep.
Tommaso Ciampa, DIY, Johnny Gargano, like all of these names, right? I like that analogy of the tag teams being in between the mid card and the main title scene as they float between, because look throughout the course of history in professional wrestling.
Yeah.
A lot of the guys in tag teams ended up becoming singles champions down the stretch in some capacity, right? Obviously, we know the most famous of all, Shawn Michaels, right? Mm-hmm. But DX, right? Triple H was a champion. They were in tag team. You know what I mean? Like, you can make those comparisons. You could say a tag team guy can be a world champion.
Yep.
Jey Uso in recency, right? So I think it's shitty. I think it's strange. And I also think it's an interesting way for WWE to save money and TKO to save money while then cutting contracts to create new contracts with new talent. Now, mind you, I'm a big fan of Enzo and Cass.
Yeah, same.
But it's 10 years old. We haven't heard SAWFT soft on television in 10 years. Yeah, I'm sure NXT will pop if they show up in NXT. The NXT warehouse always cheers for anybody. Even people they don't know, they pretend to know. I know damn well. Nobody in that fucking arena who knew Mason Rook was. I knew him as the kid on TikTok that would post the crazy moves. They shaved his mullet. They took away his power.
Man, just real quick, I had no idea who Mason Rook was up until they started showing him on NXT, and I'm a fan. I think, just real quick, I think this past NXT was probably the best NXT since they did this whole regime. I think they're finally starting to build storylines with these characters. I just wanted to just throw that out there really quickly. But no, Mason Rook is definitely someone to look at. Just real quick though, while you were talking, you reminded me, because we're talking about the tag. I'm eager to see what's in the works with, because you said Johnny Gargano. I want to see what ends up happening with him and Sami Zayn. I would like to kind of see that drag out. I think like you kind of have it as like every time Sammy talks to him, like he just moves like maybe his eye or like he twitches and he's like, look, he moved. And then when they go look at him, he's like not moving. And then he like plays dead up until he finally moves and he goes back to Johnny Wrestling. So I'm excited for them, but yeah, no, like you said, man, 10 years of since we've had Enzo and Cass, wrestling fans don't ever forget. 10 years does feel like a very long time because it is a lot's happened in 10 years. But wrestling fans don't forget. If we could still say those two words, you know, those two words we got for you, we all know what comes after that. I think we could still do the soft thing.
We do a cup of haters. What do we got over here? A cup of haters? Very interesting. The thing is, they clearly don't want to reconstruct the tag division into a wrestling one because they'd keep MCMG, but nah, they want tag teams that sell merch, and that's Enzo and Cass. Yeah, absolutely. This is sports entertainment. Once again, we're drawing a line in the sand. You know, yeah, even though Triple H allows talent to say wrestling and, you know, New Japan on TV and Bullet Club on commentary and things like that, it's still sports entertainment, and they're drawing a fine line now at this point. So it's interesting changes we're seeing. While people do love big budget action movies starring solo action stars, people also love buddy cop movies with multiple characters kicking ass and playing off each other. Absolutely, Mark. I'm not saying that the tag teams, the whole point of them is to branch them off and make single stars. No, I'm saying like throughout the course of history, we've seen a lot of that happen where, you know, tag team helped propel someone to that main title scene or a mid-card title, you know, and they always ended up back as a tag team, right? I got 0 dimes for you. Absolutely. Enzo and Big Cass here. We'll see how things play out here on the WWE side. We have transitioned here to AEW. AEW Double or Nothing this Sunday from Flushing, Queens, New York, from the Louis Armstrong Stadium. Taino, this is going to be a fun one. This is not only are we going to see some world-class professional wrestling at a fraction of the cost of a WrestleMania ticket and a WWE weekly show ticket, we're also going to be surrounded by friendship. And honestly, ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing quite like brotherhood. So I'm excited to meet up with you. I'm excited to see Chano. I'm excited to see Nitram, Markus, Mark, Rick finally get to meet those two goobers over there. I cannot stress enough. AEW wrestling is on fire right now.
Agreed.
I have said this a few times. I'm a big AEW guy. This is Double or Nothing is a show that is near and dear to my heart, Taino, because that was the show that got me back into professional wrestling. Formally back into professional wrestling, watching weekly, caring about professional wrestling. Double or Nothing was a special show. 2019, freshly mouthing off with Mike, freshly graduated from college, deciding after an overnight shift that he is going to drive out straight 5 hours to Vegas. Never been to Vegas in his life because he wants to go see AEW Double or Nothing. And what a show that was. Got to see Evil Uno and the Dark Order. You know, got to see Cody Rhodes and Dustin Rhodes have one of my favorite matches.
That's the show when Moxley debuted?
That is the Moxley debut in AEW, and he hit Omega with the DDT on the poker chips. Yeah, that was that show.
Bro, that shit was crazy. I watched it back a couple months ago. That when he came out, the fucking crowd exploded, bro. It was insane.
It was a time, man. It was a great time. Probably one of my favorite wrestling shows. It's incredible. I've been to Double or Nothing. You know, we were at the first Anarchy in the arena Double or Nothing. We've seen Double or Nothing in Vegas. I've seen Double or Nothing in my home city of Arizona. And now I get to see Double or Nothing in my former hometown of New York. And I get to see it with all my friends and good brothers here at Four Sides, Booking Like a Mark and Rick 8-Bit. So I'm excited. There are so many matches. I did the margarita matches earlier, so I'm contractually fulfilled here with margarita matches. But before we get into Double or Nothing, here's a word from another one of our sponsors here at Four Sides of the Ring.
Wrestling fans, I finally did it. I launched my very own pro wrestling coloring book on Amazon. It's packed with bold action-style wrestling pages, championship belts, entrances, arenas, characters, and moments made for fans to color their way. Whether it's for kids, collectors, wrestling families, or anyone who grew up loving the larger-than-life world of pro wrestling, this book was made with fans in mind. So if you want a fun gift, a creative activity, or just something different for the wrestling fan in your life, search the Pro Wrestling Coloring Book on Amazon today. Color the action, create the moment, and support independent wrestling creativity. Search the Pro Wrestling Coloring Book on Amazon now and help bring this project to the top rope.
I'll bring it to the top rope, ladies and gentlemen. If you got kids, man, and they are absolute fucking tyrants and they're coloring on your walls, get them a coloring book. And especially if they like wrestling, get them a wrestling color book. Have them color in the coloring book instead of your fucking walls. So let's learn a thing or two.
Get them into wrestling and get them the goddamn coloring book anyway.
The coloring book anyway.
Yeah, you're gonna take this coloring book and you're gonna draw the wrestlers and you're gonna like it.
And if you don't buy the coloring book, I'm going to take that coloring book, I'm going to turn it sideways, and I'm going to stick it right up your candy ass. Now, right. Back to Double or Nothing. After the Bro Fest is done, I'm sure that the rest of Four Sides of the Ring is watching this collectively cringing going, dear God, why did we let them go live together? Why? Why did we let these two take over? Why did we let this happen? You let it happen. You've invited me, and I'm officially a side of you now. I'm on the side of you. We got big news, Taino. Big news.
What's that?
And I've got sad news. It looks like RJ City from AEW has lost his job this weekend for Double or Nothing. He's not on the 0 hour with Renee Paquette. Mick Foley is all elite. Mick Foley is all elite. Not sure how I feel about this. He's hosting the buy-in here with Renee Paquette. And I was on Hitting the Turnbuckle this past weekend with Adam. Great show. You should check him out. And we were talking about the speculation here behind this, and we both kind of concurred. Like, hey, if Mick Foley's on commentary, thumbs up. Yeah. If I see Mick Foley get his ass in a Four Sides of the Ring, thumbs down. Taino, what are your thoughts on Mick Foley showing up at AEW?
That's hilarious. No, I agree. I'm happy for Mick. I think we're all Mick Foley fans. I have no beef with him, man. I think RJ is great, obviously, at what he does backstage and everything he does with AEW. But man, it's Mick Foley, man. He's getting a check. He's all elite, and hopefully he's entertaining. Let's not forget he was a former SmackDown GM, so he knows a little thing about a thing or two.
Bang, bang. I like it. Listen, and, the buy-in, we're not going to spend too much time here, but this is going to be a match of the year contender, ladies and gentlemen. This is my match of the night. This is the match I'm looking forward to on all of the entire card. We have a Stadium Stampede match. We've got a hair versus title match. We've got Samoa Joe versus Will Ospreay, Okada, Takeshita, Athena, and Mina. Oh, my goodness. Bandito and Swerve. Oh, my goodness. There's so much wrestling. I don't know what I can do with myself. But damn it, if I don't get to see Big Boom AJ lay down the SmackDown in Queens, in Flushing, this match gets 18 booms. Boom, 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 boom. Match of the year right here, baby. Match of the year. That's it. That's all I got. I'm gonna have a heart attack.
You completely caught me off guard. I'm like, you laid me down the matches. I'm like, okay, he's gonna go with the Okada one. It's got to be the Okada one. And then you just breeze by the Okada one. I'm like, I have no idea where he's going with this. we go the 10-man match. All right. Well, look, I got. what I will say.
Listen to me, and listen to me good. I don't give a shit about your 5-star classics. I don't give a shit about your star ratings. I don't give a shit about the Tokyo Dome. All I care about is Big Boom AJ and the Rizzler. The Rizzler's not on this fucking poster. I better see the Rizzler in Queens, goddammit. He better fucking
you better be risen it. Oh my god. So I will say the last time I seen them when I was a Chano at Forbidden Door 2024 for the 0 hour, they did get the biggest pop of the night. I'm gonna lie. Like they got the big. I wish I was lying to you, man. I wish they got the biggest pop. It was so fun. That would definitely be the most entertaining match of the night, hands down. Like hands down. We got like Mark Briscoe there. Like it's. I will be flushing. It's like we know what Mark will be. That definitely caught me off guard. I can't believe that.
This is a good match. This is a good match. You know what, Mark? Just for you, since I made you sit through that whole fucking troll fest, let's start off with that match here. But we do have the Dominion versus Viva Van and Zeta Steel on the buy-in women's tag titles. The Ops and the Death Riders having a little trios match. And yes, indeed, Will Ospreay and Samoa Joe. The match that Mark is looking forward to. He can't wait to see it live. Taino, what do you think about this match here? You got any predictions? You got anything that you want to instill in the people? I'm going to preface this by saying we have 8 more matches to go. So
I will make it quick. I will say I am super excited to see Samoa Joe again. I feel like it's been some time since I've seen him in a matchup, especially against Will Ospreay. Let's see how this story builds with Will. He's definitely changed his match approach, a little less high flying. Looks like he's a little bit more technical. Going against someone like Joe, that's going to be tough. We'll see. I'm excited to see how that match ends up.
This is going to be a good one, man. Samoa Joe, one of the greatest of all time. Will Ospreay.
He can still go. He can still go.
Still go.
Yep.
Ospreay probably going to go down as one of the best of this generation. So exciting matches here. Hello?
Yo!
We got a surprise visit.
Hey, what's going on?
It's dark here. My car has terrible lighting. What's going on?
Hey, I thought you were. I thought you had a case of the 9 to 5s. I thought you were your injury report. Last minute. What happened?
Well, you see, because like I'm a boss, so I finished and said I'm gonna go to lunch, and you guys are still on. So I was like, I'm gonna hop on.
Oh,
yeah,
amazing.
we're absolutely still on. We still have 8 more matches to go. So, welcome into the show, ladies and gentlemen. The man that makes you say, "Oh damn, he's here." Nitram, we're just going through matches here. So, we got Bandito and Swerve Strickland. We're gonna just lump these Owen Hart matches together here, boys. Should be an interesting match. Nitram, Taino. Well, Nitram, you haven't been here all night. What do you got to say about this match?
This match is gonna absolutely cook. Bandito's the guy, and I think they're trying to convince us that Bandito is the guy. So Swerve's the guy to beat. Give me Bandito.
I like it. Okay, a little prediction here. Taino, what do you got here? Swerve, Bandito.
Well, I will say Nitram kind of convinced me, but I'm going with my initial thought of Swerve. I want Swerve to remain hot, beat that major baby face, make sure Swerve stays as that hot heel, beat the shit out of Bandito, make the crowd hate Swerve.
There you go. Make the crowd hate Swerve. I like it. I like it, boys. Let's shift gears here. Let's go to the women's Owen Hart tournament.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, if you have been living under a rock, you didn't watch Dynamite this past week, I've got some bad news, and I'm sorry to deliver this bad news here tonight on 4 sides of the ring. But, ladies and gentlemen, Willow Nightingale is injured, so we are not getting Willow Nightingale and Alex Windsor on this card, but we're getting Mina Shirakawa and Athena. Nitram, let's start with you here. What do you got for us?
This is gonna be the funnest match. Mina has the best entrance when it comes to the women.
Yeah.
Athena's making it to the finals, so do with that as you please. But she's making it to the finals.
Is this the way we finally get Athena to the AEW women's division solidified with an Owen Hart women's tournament finals win?
Well, yes. I'm glad Nitram actually said that. I do see Athena making it all the way to the championship and ultimately winning and solidifying her as a full-time AEW talent. I mean, I know she's in the company with ROH, but let's see her a little bit more on TV. It's a little hard to get ROH these days. Let's get her on AEW television. Let's put that rocket on.
She ain't winning. I never said that. I said she make the finals. Just like the Knicks make the finals, she ain't winning, bro.
Oh, settle down. Knicks up 2-0 on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Shout out Dan Housen for that curse. Let's go, Knicks. We love to see it, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see. Athena, it sounds like it's a unanimous Athena here for the boys. Is that what we're saying here? Athena's getting the win?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. Carry on, my wayward son here. Let's take a look here at Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. Catch a tiger by its toe. If he hollers, let him go. How about an I Quit match, fellas? How about an AEW World Tag Team Championship? I Quit match. CNC, Cope and Cage said, if we lose this match, we will never tag again against FTR. Taino, is this it? Is this lights out for Cage and Cope?
Hell no. Cage and Cope, they're going to win those titles. They're not going to quit. They're going to stay the champions for a couple of months until somebody else comes in and take the strap off, or maybe Motor Machine Gun if they sign to AEW. Give me Cage and Cope for a few more months. I like that dynamic of Cage still being an asshole, and you got Adam kind of trying to stir him the right way. So I give me Cage and Cope.
Okay. The man who makes them say, oh, damn, he looks like an unlocked character in Super Smash Brothers Melee. Who do you got here with the Cope and Cage and the FTR boys?
I got the merch stands because that's probably where I'll be when this match comes after the
He
entrances.
said, I will be at the merch stand. This guy is out of pocket.
Look, they're going to win. They're going to have the titles. And I mean, like Tunnel said, there's going to be some tag teams coming in right before All In. I see a 6-man tag ladder match, and I see it with them, FTR, the Bucks, the New Day, the Motor City Machine Guns.
Damn.
I'm telling you, I don't know if that's 16 minutes to give me the ops.
I don't think there's enough stars, tissues, and lotion for Dave Meltzer to rate that match if that match happens. I don't think he's got enough of stars in his pocket. So it sounds like we've got two here. I'm gonna be Broken Dreams, Hopes and Wishes Dead, and Flushing Queens. FTR is gonna retain, unfortunately. No more Cope and Cage and Cope. Sorry, guys. It's done. It's over. It's over. It's done. But we're gonna at least get to sing together as a family. On this day, I see clearly. You see, those singing lessons didn't pay off for any of us when we were growing up, so we're absolutely fucked. So we better figure it out. We better figure out who's the alto, the soprano, the tenor, whoever. Yeah. We better figure out
a couple of days to settle it.
We better
fun fact.
Harmonize. You guys better harmonize in the bathroom with us, all right? You were in boarding school?
No, I was in chorus and I was in musicals.
Well, so you take the lead. There we go.
Take the lead, brother.
There we go.
Take the lead.
Didn't get good roles, but I was winning.
What more can I say? Let's talk about a match fresh on Double or Nothing. Yeah. It's so fresh, the ink is wet. Jon Moxley defending the Continental Championship against Kyle O'Reilly in a match that has some blood to it, man. Jon Moxley tried to kill Kyle O'Reilly a year ago. Let's talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. Taino, who's winning, Jon Moxley or Kyle O'Reilly?
Give me Mox. Right. I think Mox not needs to win. I think he kind of has to win just because he's still building up Ospreay. You can't be a leader without the belt. Mox got to win. That's going to be a really good matchup. I think we both know how good they both could go in the ring, especially from a technical standpoint. So I'm sure Chano won't be excited about it. But it's definitely going to be a on the mat type of a match, and I'm looking forward to it. I want Mox to win. I'm a big Mox guy.
Okay. All right, Mox. This is my margarita match. Sorry, guys. Shit. I'll be at the stand paying $32 for a Flushing Queen special. I hope that doesn't end up getting me listen, I don't know what the Flushing Queen special is, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to know what it is.
You're going to find out on Sunday.
I don't want to find out. Settle down. Pump the brakes there, brother. I'm an engaged man. Listen, all right. Yeah. I mean, Mox probably wins, man. Who's gonna beat Mox? I don't know, man. I'm not a Mox guy. I'm sorry. Everybody's gonna hate me for this. This is my Margarita match. It's Margarita Moxley. What can I say? Sorry. Nitram, take it away.
Yeah, give me Mox. You can't build Ospreay and have Mox lose. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's pointless. It'll be an interesting. That'll be interesting. Let's talk about this. This is I was just kidding, ladies and gentlemen. I was just jokes. I am excited to see the Costco guys. I'm excited to see Big AJ boom and Doom, and I'm excited to boom with the crowd. It's gonna be great. It's probably gonna be better than therapy at this point. It's probably cheaper than therapy. All that aside, here, this is my most anticipated match of the weekend.
Oh yeah.
This is. I'm probably listen. I might have to wear 2 shirts to the show, guys. I might have to wear 2 different shirts because when this match comes on, I might rip my fucking shirt off. I'm so excited for this match. Genuinely, Okada, one of my favorites. Takeshita, one of my new favorites. I can't wait for these guys to go in the ring here. 40-minute time limit and just fucking wrestle. Okay? Yep. Wrestle like the rent is due. Like, they're going to get fired tomorrow. Whatever. I'm excited. I think Takeshita wins, but I'll let you two decide that. Let's go to Taino here. Let's see what he's got to say.
So I do agree with you, Mike. I think Takeshita wins. I think that's going to be a hell of a freaking matchup. They're going to go insane. I'm going to say this again. As much as Chano may not like technical matchups, I think this is one that he will sit for because it's going to be a fucking masterclass. It's going to be great. Takeshita wins, takes the title off of Okada. I will definitely be sitting there, fucking eyes glued to that whole matchup. I can't wait for it.
All right, Nitram, what do you got? You gonna make us say, "Oh damn"?
Look, y'all know Okada is my top 5 favorite wrestlers of all time. I love Okada. I'm gonna be as hard as Andrade after that Darby match watching this shit. Okay, let me tell y'all. And I think y'all got the finish wrong. Y'all don't see the big vision. The big vision is that Don Callis will screw Takeshita, and Takeshita will finally be out of the family. Okada walks away with his title. We'll have a rematch at All In.
Well, yeah. I mean, all right.
We'll see. I don't think Don. I don't think Don interferes to help anyone. I hope not. But who knows? But I hope not. That's all I'm gonna say.
All I'm saying is Don Callis keeps saying somebody in Don Callis' family walks away with the title either way. No, he's gonna choose Okada, and Takeshita will lead the family. I think Andrade will follow with it, and probably Kyle Fletcher when he comes back.
All right. Listen, I ain't mad at Kyle Fletcher and Takeshita. Listen,
this is sounding like the Nexus and like the core. It's like kind of like
yeah. I mean, listen,
like
the Don. Listen, this actually, I might be able to resurrect the founder here tonight with what I'm about to say. I would love nothing more for the Don Callis family to fucking implode.
Yeah, it's a little too many people.
We need the Don Callis family in AEW, Mike. We need the Don Callis family.
Chano will take a shitta. Yeah. That's a good one. I like that. That was worth it. I figured poor Chano. I figure by at least match like 6. Chano's like, fuck, this show's so long. Wow, it's so long. We've been here since 1 o'clock.
Bro,
oh my god, it's 10 o'clock.
I forgot what show we went to. I think it was Grand Slam, and he was so tired. It was like midnight, and I'm like, bro, I want to stay for the dark match because I love the Acclaim, and the Acclaim was the dark match. I'm like, bro, I want to stay for the Acclaim. He's like, come on, bro, you that ass. I'm like, bro, I made him stay, guys. I made him stay for the Acclaimed, but he by midnight he was done. He wanted to leave. As soon as the match ended, he's like, all right, let's go. I'm like, no, I haven't scissored yet. What do you mean? We need to like.
I needed to scissor. Chano, I wanted to scissor. All right, leave me alone. Just let me scissor. Let Taino scissor, Chano. Let him scissor, man. Let him scissor. Let the guy scissor. Listen, we got the 3 final matches. As I see the 4 sides guys, they don't know how I like to do things when it's mouthing off with Mike. I like to save the 4 big matches, the big titles, the main women's titles for the last. And we have a stadium stampede to finish with. Taino loves scissoring. It's confirmed. Shout out to Jesus. Shout out Teasus. Welcome into Four Sides. Four sides of the ring. Four sides of the ring. Channel's taking a shitter. We're gonna hit another ad break here for you. The prophecy has been fulfilled, ladies and gentlemen. We're on Pro.
What's up, my fellow bad guys? Just when you thought we were down bad on the merge? Nah, we just made a power move. We've officially stepped into a big arena, and now you can find us on ProWrestlingTees.com. Brandy came through clutch, and now it's time to level up your drip. Dive into a world where every pinfall, every suplex, every promo lives on through what you wear. From the legendary 3-count trivia to the iconic bad guy wrestling designs, we're bringing the heat like never before. This isn't just merch. It's a statement. It's the culture. It's you. So don't wait. Pull up to ProWrestlingTees.com, look up Four Sides of the Ring, rep the squad, and unleash your inner champion. Don't forget, tell them the bad guy sent you.
Yo, y'all heard that commercial. I already got my shirt right here. It's a couple more dollars for the extra shipping. You get it in like 4 or 5 days. Go get our merch, man. The bad guy sent me. And look, I got like 3 shirts, man. He said, yo, go to Pro Wrestling Tees. Bad guy sent you. I went. I asked for 1 shirt. I got 2 extra shirts. Bad guy sent you. You might get a deal. That's all I'm going to say. Check us out, Pro Wrestling Tees. Come on.
That's all I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. We're down to our last 3 matches here. And no, your eyes do not deceive you. We did not forget to pay for the ringside pass for WWE. That is, in fact, Nitram, and that is not just an unlocked, a locked character here for DLC for WWE 2K26. We paid for the ringside pass. What do you think? What do you think? I'm a brokey? You think MJF calls me a brokey? Absolutely not. Listen, what I'm most excited about here is for the prophecy to be fulfilled here. And we have the women's AEW World Championship being defended by the Toxic Spider Tekla against Hikaru Shida, the Chris Statlander, and the hater herself, Jamie Hayter. I like Hayter's hair like this. That's a good hair look for Hayter. Let's talk about this women's championship fatal 4-way. Let's go to the one that makes you say, "Oh damn!" What do we got? What do we got going on here, Nitram?
Tekla walks away with her title. I think Shida will screw Stat from winning, and Hayter's there to take the fall. I hate to say it, but Hayter's there to take the fall.
Wow,
interesting. Wow, I thought Shida was there to take the fall, but I digress. Tato, what do you got for the people here?
Well, I'm going to different route from Nitram. I honestly think Hayter takes the victory. I think she gets the title back, and maybe we set something up for those ladies again down the line, another singles matchups, because, again, it's a free-for-all for women, so you could definitely set up, I guess, a third matchup with them. But I got Jamie Hayter winning. Not too sure who takes the pinfall, but I think Jamie Hayter reclaims that title.
Interesting. Okay.
Now that you say it, I could see Hayter winning if Alex Windsor wins the Owen and they get to do the all-in match in their home.
Yeah.
That's a good looking ahead, looking down the pipeline here for AEW all in this summer. That's a good shout too. We're in the UK again, 2 UK British wrestlers. I like that shout, man. Damn, you're cooking tonight. Okay. All right. Oh, damn. I love me some Toxic Spider, fellas. I love me some Tekla, baby. She was in the crowd, standing next to 2 kids, calling these women, "You're stupid bitches. Bunch of stupid bitches." I said, her, forever her. Don't ever change, Tekla. Don't ever let them change you, girl. Stay like that forever, because you got brass balls to do that. I loved every second of that. As well, she is just so good in the ring. I'm a really big fan of hers. So I don't think she drops the title, but hell, Tony Khan does like doing multi-person matches to protect his champion so he can shift that title to a different spot or set something up down the line. So Nitram, that's a great call. I could see it happening. I'm going to say Tekla. I like the Jamie Hayter shout here, Taino. I like the shout here, boys. Let's go ahead and let's talk about it, fellas. We got any bald brothers here in the Four Sides of the Ring? Nitram, you're not really bald.
I got a haircut, so you can't see it, unfortunately. But I got a cut.
See it. I wish we both got haircuts today. We both looking real cute. Nitram single, ladies and gentlemen. So listen, you see Nitram, all you got to say is, "Oh damn, it's Nitram." Listen, Just buy him a margarita and he's yours, ladies. He's all yours. He looking mad cute. He sent the picture earlier. I had to hype him up real quick. You know, that's what the homies do. Listen, if your homies don't got you, then nobody's got you. All right. Listen, talk about it. Balder than you, ladies and gentlemen. Is it going to be better than you or balder than you? Sunday at Double or Nothing in Queens, New York, because Darby Allin is defending that world championship yet again against Maxwell Jacob Freeman, MJF. Taino, talk to the people, please.
So, this is going to be a fantastic matchup, I think, obviously. But I got Darby retaining, guys. I think Darby retains. I think Darby.
Crazy.
I think Darby retains. Not only that, but it doesn't hurt MJF. It's a new look for him. He gets booed. He gets made fun of. MJF doesn't need the title. Not that Darby does need the title, but it's fun seeing Darby as champion. He's out there every week having these matches. They're great matches. We don't know if he's going to win these matches or not. And he's doing it at like 70%. So if he wins against MJF Sunday night, let's say he's 70, 80% because he just defended the title yesterday, it just kind of solidifies Darby Allin to just how much durability he has as a fighting champion. So I'm excited for that. And I got Darby.
Okay. Nitram. Make him say, time out. Wait. You got Darby winning this?
That's what I'm saying.
Whoa.
Crazy.
Pause. About Jesus told me to pause because I said some outlandish shit, but I'm going to say pause here to Taino. You think MJF is going bald Sunday at Double or Nothing? You think we're getting bald MJF? That's it?
Yeah. So I think so. That's what I'm saying. I think we get bald MJF. It adds to the shock and the lure of Darby Allin winning the title the way he did, defending the title. Because it's one of those things. If you're a big wrestling fan, it's kind of like you kind of are expecting MJF to win, right? Darby's been defending the title every week. It's kind of like, okay, he's gonna lose Sunday. That's a given. I don't think that's the case. I think he wins.
Okay. Nitram, talk to the people.
Yeah, he said MJF doesn't need the title, 100%, but MJF needs his hair. All right, let's talk about it. MJF isn't just a wrestler; he's AEW's movie star in a sense. He's gonna be in not bad Santa, Silent Night 2. He was just in Happy Gilmore 2. He's he's doing movies. He's gonna be their star. His looks are a big thing. Unless he was doing something where he needed to be bald, I don't see him losing this. And if you do a scapegoat way out of this, like something dumb where Darby loses by disqualification, so MJF wins and he gets to keep his hair, that's stupid. You can't, we're going to boo that. Literally, us three. Just us three. We will boo it together. You know what I mean? So MJF wins. Darby's already showing that he's fatigued. I think the story is MJF wins. MJF probably lose it quick again. There's a lot of people that are getting this title now. I think you got the Jet, you got Andrade, who's been teasing this for a while now. Yeah, who knows where Hangman's at?
Of course, he brings up Andrade.
Well, Andrade's the champion.
I love how that was already there. Just boom, right there. As soon as he brings up Andrade.
Fucking night.
As soon as Andrade is champion, you guys already know we about to celebrate.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're celebrating, all right. I'm staying 10 feet away from you if Andrade wins the world. I want to make sure that I'm in Antarctica when he wins because I don't want to see what that looks like, brother. Listen, I have to shout out. You heard me say it earlier. Hitting the Turnbuckle. Great wrestling podcast. They have so many incredible interviews with so many wrestlers. They just dropped an interview with Javi Bernthal formerly from NXT, Tatum Paxley's husband. They're doing such good shit. They're covering all wrestling. I was just on their show last week, and me and Adam were talking about it. Adam made the comparison that Darby is a cat with 9 lives. And I took over Adam's show for a minute. I said, Adam, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to pump the brakes on the show. I know we're live. I know you're recording this. I don't want to run over your time here. But how many title defenses has Darby Allin had up to that interview when we talked, which was last Sunday? At that time, he was at 7. He just had number 8. Number 9 is this Sunday at Double or Nothing against MJF.
Love
Cat with 9 lives, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody's picking this up. There's only 2 people talking about this. Adam from Hitting the Turnbuckle and Mikey Margarita from Four Sides of the Ring. And now Taino and Nitram. What a nice little bit of subtle detailing there for Tony Khan. A cat with 9 lives. 9 title defenses over the span of the time he won the title till now.
I like it.
I hope someone fact checks me and I'm wrong and it's just a happy coincidence or I miscounted. I missed the title match, but I counted them. It was 9 to my last count. Number 9 is MJF.
That's honestly, I'm like a loss for words. The way you broke that down, it makes complete sense. Just me being kind of optimist, trying to stick to my guns here. I'm still gonna stick with Darby, but just with those little Easter eggs, for the super smart wrestling fans who picked that up. That is amazing. That is honestly amazing to pick that up. And if it does end up ending that way, then hey, that's just, to me, that's beautiful storytelling. Because it's something that you have to really pay attention to. And once you pick up on it, you won't realize till it's too late. As at least for me, like now, it's Sunday's a couple nights away. So it's like, it's not like I noticed it by like match title defense 4. And I'm like, hey guys, this is where, like, it's super smart booking, and I love it. I'm not mad at it. So I'm
trying to. Now I'm here trying to count it out. I'm like, all right, so it's Brody King, Sammy Guevara, the Jet. He fought Speedball. He fought Takeshita.
Takeshita.
Pac. That's 6. Come on, Taino, help us out. Dang,
I know. So hold on. I just pulled it up here. So we got Ciampa, Brody King, Kevin Knight, Pac, Takeshita, Sammy, Speedball. As I just counted 7.
Oh, 7. So the count's wrong.
And it has the dates here. So Ciampa was Dynamite April 22nd. Brody King was Dynamite April 29th. Kevin Knight was TNT champion. Pac was at Fairway to Hell May 9th. Takeshita, New Japan TV champion. Sammy Guevara, Collision May 16th. Speedball Mike Bailey May 20th. So it seems like it's 7. But I feel
unless Darby wins by DQ and restarts the match himself and he loses on the 9th.
No, because Adam legitimately messaged me and said MJF is the 9th defense for Darby. So either he miscounted, I miscounted, we both miscounted. So I guess whatever. Hey, we were close.
To be fair, Google could also be wrong too. We'll make sure we fix that up.
We're gonna fact check it, I guess.
We'll
let's just do this.
We'll put a pin on.
Let's just do this. Let's just do this, boys. Let me do this. Timeout. Pause. We're going to do it. We're going to do it here. We're going to just go right to... We're just going to go right to the worldwide leader of all knowledge, Wikipedia. And we're going to go to the AEW Championship.
Wikipedia it is.
Man, we're going to try to find...
I tell you what, if it is true what I got here and it is 7... And it is 7, then hey, look, that means Darby. That means we caught on. Darby wins that title. He has one more life to live. He got one more.
He restarts the match.
He's not restarting the match. Just a terrible piss poor theory by me at this point.
Yeah, restarting the match, I don't think would do good.
While Mike gets its information, I want to rant real quick on what happened at Raw because it was in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Boy, here we go.
And they did not put Javon Evans from Greensboro, North Carolina on the damn show. What the hell are we doing? How is the fun fact of the night that Javon Evans is from Greensboro and you couldn't give the man a single promo? Damn. As a guy who lives in North Carolina who's seen Javon work his way up to where he is now. I want to be able to pay my $160 nosebleed ticket, by the way, and see my hometown hero on the damn card. The hell? That was
He wasn't
awesome.
on the show?
He wasn't on the show.
No way.
I watched it, and I sat there, and the first thing I said was, damn, Javon really wasn't on this show.
Oh,
That's fucking crazy.
it's so real. He cut out.
He's gone. We lost him.
What?
I
Am
don't
I
know.
gone?
Oh,
Blew
there,
his
there he
speaker
goes.
up.
There, the phone
Well, I
was
just
like,
thought-
stop it, and they ran. Oh, damn. And it's just cut him out.
I just stopped
Dude,
moving for a
why
second,
do we
y'all.
not have the list of Darby Allin title defenses? What is going on here? I don't want this AI co-pilot bullshit. I want real freaking stats.
Well, look, if it's his 8th defense, he's going to restart the match and lose on his 9th.
I
We
quit.
already
Forget it. We'll never know. The world may never know. Just like how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. We'll never know how many title defenses Darby have. In my delusional mind, this is number 9 against MJF. The Cats run out of lives. Darby's losing the title. MJF's retaining. Holly B. Shout out to New York. Shout out to the Knicks. Shout out to Jalen Brunson. Shout out to Dan Housen. And shout out to Chris Jericho for Stadium Stampede, ladies and gentlemen. We've got, first of all, what the fuck, Chris Jericho, is this render? Why are you duck facing in 2020? What the? Why does he look like Ben Stiller from fucking Zootopia?
He does.
What the? What in the hell is that? What the shit is that? And also, can we talk about Mr. David Finlay over there with his one eyebrow raised up? What is that? What is that?
He's a cool guy. He's a cool
Yeah,
guy.
you know. He
And
watched The
Ricochet
Rock
looks
like we watched The Rock.
Ricochet's gritting his teeth like he's fucking constipated.
I mean, old boy's just covering his face.
I know. What's going on there? He looks like Kane, See No Evil fucking movie poster over here. Somebody needs his. I'm talking to the render department. Who picked these photos, damn it? Kenny Omega looks like he's got one eye closed. His one eye's not even open.
Kenny looks like they asked him a question and he didn't know the answer.
Does Shelton Benjamin even have eyes? I can't even see Shelton Benjamin's eyes. Is his eyes closed in that photo? Let's get rid of it. And what's with the Jackson brother doing over there? Put his tongue out. Put your tongue in your mouth, you sick freak.
But you know who
Ludwig
looks good,
Kaiser
Mike?
got arrested. Ludwig Kaiser got arrested for less. All right. Free my boy El Grande Americano. Ludwig Kaiser ain't do nothing wrong. Apparently, he beat the shit out of some dude who said that his girl should be deported. I you know what?
Wow.
I'll pay his bail right now.
Jeez.
I'll pay it.
We're all chipping in. GoFundMe for Ludwig Kaiser. I need to see him at Buenos de Grandes de Noches. I said it Buenos de Noches last week, and Nitram said I was right, but I was way wrong. It's Buenos de Grandes. I'm also probably wrong about that. Shout out to Mexican hero.
It's triple.
Shout out to
A. That's
Mexican
all
hero
right.
El Grande Americano. All right, that's all that matters. The Stadium Stampede match. Chris Jericho trying to look smacks and mogs the camera here. Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley of the Hurt Syndicate. Kenny Omega, the Bucks, Jack Perry going up against some of the Don Callis family. Mark Davis, Andrade El Idolo,
Woo!
Clark Connors, Dave Finlay, the Dogs, the other guys, Toa and Leona, Moana and Ricochet. All right. We got Ricochet here in the mix. And a massive Stadium Stampede match. They're going to end up seeing this, and Ricochet's going to actually throw a punch at me. I feel like it. So be careful. Keep your arms and your feet in the ride at all times, because I'm sure somebody's going to be in the crowd by us. So, Nitram, make them say, "Oh, damn."
I'm so excited for this match. Y'all have no idea. I'm watching these matches all the time on TV. They're the funnest matches to watch. This is when AEW shows they can do entertainment, and they knock this out of the park. I haven't seen a Stadium Stampede that's been bad since they started doing them. I mean, generally, this is usually the biggest talking point. And I don't care how old these guys are on one team, and but it don't matter, because we still got some young guys somewhere. We got Jack Perry. We got
got
Jack
rich.
Perry. He named one
Mark
guy.
Myers.
Hey, you know that one movie where it's like Uncle Drew, where that one young guy is like, "Oh, I'm just gonna get these old guys to play basketball." That's what Jack Perry. That's what he looks like here, man. I'm gonna get a bunch of old guys to help me out.
I called up
But-
the nursing home. They gave me Chris Jericho. That was good.
You guys, hey, look, I'm excited about this match, the Stadium Stampede. I guess I'll get my wish of seeing a match in City Field. We'll see where they exactly have this at. Hey, look, obviously, I think it's a perfect blend of age and wrestling style here with the stars that are performing in this matchup. And honestly, like I'm the complete opposite from Chano when it comes to the older talent, whether if it's in wrestling or other sports. If there's someone who's a little bit of a seasoned veteran, I'm always excited to see them, just because I don't know when I'll be able to see them again, especially Jericho and the Hurt Syndicate. Who knows when I'll get to see them live, especially seeing Omega, the Young Bucks, literally everybody that's participating in this matchup. So I'm excited for this as well.
Listen, all I'm worried about here is I'm just worried about Jericho's heart. I don't want his heart, beating real hard out of his chest like that.
He's gonna hit a moonsault from the bullpen, and he's gonna have the crowd insane. You guys,
if
just
Chris
watch.
Jericho could do one favor for me, is just take the lion salt out of his fucking repertoire because it looks so bad.
Hey, the one he hit yesterday wasn't bad at all. It wasn't bad.
Stop lying to yourself, Taino. You're in denial here, brother. You're in denial. Listen, denial is a river in Egypt. All right.
It's the Rico
and also
salt
a
now.
song by Dochi. Well, yeah, Dochi song too. Listen, this is gonna be chaos. So Anarchy in the Arena. We didn't do Anarchy in the Arena because, ladies and gentlemen, we're in a freaking stadium. It's Louis Armstrong Stadium. Okay, so there's no arena. We're in a stadium. All right. So Stadium Stampede makes the most amount of sense. Anarchy in the Arena is usually the match at Double or Nothing. Anarchy in the Arena is one of the best matches AEW has. It's so fun. It's fan interactive. We're singing. We're dancing. We're oohing. We're ahhing. We're cringing. We're smoking. People are on fire. Things are exploding. Oh my. Okay. So here's my question for both of you. What's the song for Stadium Stampede this year?
Crap. That's a good one. Oof.
I have a theory
song
that we're gonna get Break the Walls at some point. I don't know why, but look, Jericho is reaching the fans right now. He brought back Judas. I think for some reason we're gonna get Break the Walls.
No. I mean, what song are they playing during the entirety of the match?
During the actual match.
Oh, it's gonna be
how
Judas if they play Judas.
They did that already. We did that in 2022, 2023 for the first one. We're not doing Judas again.
Let's see.
Listen, last year we did the Pointer Sisters and Bodies.
Bodies hit the floor.
So, and that went insane. When that beat dropped, I think Arizona started moshing in the crowds. I think we started moshing. It looked like a rave. What's the song, boys?
I would say
gotta be something New York as fuck.
That's what I'm thinking. Something, I hate to say it, but something 50 Cent is what I'm thinking.
You think
50
Cent?
Yo, I'm not even thinking
Many Men. Oh, Many Men.
Many Men.
It could be that. It could be Ja Rule, that song, New York. That song is like Fat Joe. It's like a bunch of New York artists on it. That's one that could be as well.
Could they go out of their way and get a Biggie?
I was just about to say they could go out there and get Biggie because everyone knows Biggie. So it would make sense to get Biggie. Even Wu-Tang, maybe Dollar Bill, y'all. Queens get the money.
Yo,
Dollar,
they start
Bill.
playing Wu-Tang, and I'm going nuts.
Yeah, either Wu-Tang or like Mobb Deep, so like a Queens-based artist. Maybe not. No, Nas isn't for that. Yeah, maybe like a Queens-based artist.
Listen, Nas could work for this, dude. He's a Queens guy. Let's be real here.
But I don't know if his music necessarily.
That's some lyrical stuff.
Yeah, he's like more of a lyricist than that type of like.
In the club,
it's gonna be Alicia Keys' New York, y'all. It's just gonna be
in New York.
Oh, please no, please no.
Where dreams made
I am
of.
tired of that song. They made like a new version. Don't like that song either.
And you're in New York. We'd lost viewership the whole night from my singing. I just want to let you guys know. I'm sorry.
We've
Four
had,
Sides of the Ring.
We've gained viewership.
We've
Mike. Don't
lost
sell yourself
viewership.
short.
But,
I've
ladies and
seen-
gentlemen,
seen the
you
spice.
can in fact subscribe to Four Sides of the Ring for more mouthing off with Mike singing, as well as you can follow King of Groove on TikTok to see him dance. He's going to break it down this weekend. So we're still undecided on the song here, but who wins this clusterfuck?
Jericho, the Hurt Syndicate, and the Elite, I think, is who ultimately walks away with the victory. Why? Because why not? Let the good guys go over.
At some point, Andrade goes face and leaves the group.
To go to ringside to see you.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Well, that's obvious. Like I thought you were going to be his cut man. I heard you were.
I didn't want to spoil it for you guys. He's going to go face, and we're going on a date. I don't know what I'm saying.
Oh my goodness! Oh my
I'm
goodness!
the closest. I'm the closest thing to Charlotte Flair. I don't know what to tell y'all.
He's a madman.
All right.
My
I think
God,
it's
ladies and
haircut
gentlemen.
not to look at Andrade. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Listen, let this man look at Andrade. You know who I'm sad's not on the card? This guy. I'm so happy that these are the two photos that are left over from last week. I'm so happy. They're fantastic. We've covered it all. So I think the good guys end up triumphant at the end of Double or Nothing. I think the good guys here at Four Sides of the Ring will probably be absolutely sloshed. I'm hoping one of us doesn't get arrested. I really don't want to. I really don't want to pay one of your guys' bails. Nitram, hands to yourself. All right. I don't need to bail you out. All right. Hands
When
to
that
yourself.
woman kisses Andrade on the cheek, y'all already know I'm throwing hands.
Listen,
You're gonna see him run down the
hold
road.
him back.
Get your
Someone
hands
hold.
off.
We're getting him one of those little monkey backpacks that has a leash on it. All right, that my mom used to make me wear as a child because I was a
Get back,
stray.
Nitram. Leave
Get your
Andrade
ass
alone.
back over here right now, Nitram. No, you're not. Don't you dare go kiss Andrade. No. Listen, kissing Andrade aside, Double or Nothing aside, it's going to be an incredible weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Four Sides of the Ring will be there. So make sure you follow Four Sides of the Ring on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you could find social media. Chano likes to say MySpace, AIM, all of the above. We're everywhere. Let's get out of here. Plug away, fellas. Where could the people find you? I'm gonna try to figure out which song we go with. There it is. That's the song.
All right. King of Groove, don't forget, 100 followers, you get that dancing video. What kind of dancing video? You got to follow me first. But King of Groove on TikTok and on Twitter. This was a fun episode. I cannot wait to meet the guys this weekend. I'm honestly really fucking excited. And it's going to be a movie, y'all. I can't wait to see y'all. Can't wait to see some good old wrestling. It's going to be a fun weekend.
It's gonna be a fun weekend. Nitram, where can the people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at NITREM_4SOTR, but they can also find me in New York giving away prizes with the channel and the guys. We're giving away graded cards, autographed cards. I got poker chips custom made that have the podcast logo on them. We giving away stuff. All you gotta do is answer some questions and tell me you love Andrade. That's where you find me.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the show. I'm out of here. See ya. Subscribe,